What is going on YouTube? If it's Wednesday, if it is Wednesday, if it is Wednesday, y'all know the deal. It's soul food. Good Wednesday evening to the family. How y'all doing this weekend? This weekend? How about this week? It's the middle of the week. I'm just trying to rush it, man. I really need to get to the weekend. So y'all know how we do. We're gonna go around the horn. So my little brother, Sneak Mill, what's good?
Man, oh man, just say everything's all right, everything's gravy. I'm looking forward to some spirited conversation night. Got a slew of topics and I can't wait to get into it.
Man, now you know you got me a little if my eyes look a little moist, you, I'm I was watching the video and I couldn't even finish watching it. I have to watch it later in private. But what I saw was looking really dope, man. What just quickly, what made you think to do something like that?
Well, the sneaker that I shown was a Reebok Classic, and it's definitely a shoe that I've been looking for a long time, and it's an exact shoe that I had when I was younger. So I mean, some shoes literally take me back to, take me back to a time. I think the only other shoe that will probably take me back to that time would be like an Air Jordan 11 Concord if I'm gracious enough to ever get that in my possession again. But this shoe was definitely one of those joints. I mean, there are some other things like the first shoe that me and my wife purchased together was a Reebok Classic. So it's some stuff I did not put on there, but I was trying to go for the teenage vibe and just kind of take it back to that. But definitely some stuff that I could have put back in there. But I don't know. It's just one of those shoes, man. Sometimes you just get a shoe and it's a feeling, like the Paul George's. I'm sorry.
Okay. We're going to continue down that road a little bit later, but now I got to say what's up to my other brother from another mother. What's going on, Jedi?
What's going on, man? It's your man, Beer Jedi, a.k.a. the Black Alex P. Keaton, a.k.a. Shupak Shakur, a.k.a. the Boss Kick Ross, a.k.a. Kick Flair. Woo! What's good, people?
I like that, Kick Flair.
So, man, you had this picture on IG today, man, and it was like you were taking your pose for WrestleMania. What was that with that? You was headed to the gym, you was coming back, you had just got your workout on, and you was getting your swole on?
Nah, just every once in a while you get the outfit that matches with the kick, so you just feel it. Like, that's when I love being a sneakerhead, aka sneaker enthusiast. That's when I love it, man. When you got the fit on and you're like, damn, this hitting. This hit. That whole outfit was like $60.
Wow. Okay.
Well, shit.
So what we looking like in the chat tonight? What's Team Early doing?
Well, Team Early's already popping. You know what I'm saying? Jacoby Waller's in the building. The Kang 804 Kang. I'm shorting your name. Steve is in the building. We got Jermaine Manning. What's up? Jamie White's in the building. We got the ladies represented. Sneakerhead clothing line. How you doing? We got King Reg in the building. Cadillac Jackson, my winner of the week, man. You one of my favorite. We got a room. I see some new names in here. Ali, what's up, Ali? Buckeye City Souls in the building. We packed out, man. This is a Team Early is swole today. Team Early is swole.
That's what's up. And you all know this is Soul Food Sneaker Talk. In a dinner menu format, so we hit you. I don't do this as well as my little brother Dab, so y'all just bear with me as I stumble along through trying to handle all this that's going on. But the one thing that I like about this hosting on my channel is when my little brothers get out of line, I can clock them. I can just shut them down. So say something tonight I don't like. I got an itchy trigger finger.
Sounds like an abuse of power to me.
It does. It sounds like, we already got told on. Now we gonna get whooping.
Hey, what did you say again, Beer Jedi? You said we already got what now?
Yeah, so we got told on. Someone put a check behind our name, and now we're gonna get whoopings.
Hey, just be prepared.
I don't want to get punished twice. So if we get told on again, just don't mute us. You know what I'm saying? I only can take one punishment per night.
But you all know how we do. We hit you. We start off with the appetizer, then we move into the main course, which is our main topic of discussion, which for tonight is sneaker love, and we'll talk more about exactly what that's about. Then we roll into the dessert, and after we've had that good dessert, we got to pay the bill. We pay the bill, and then one of the best parts of the show is the after dinner conversation, and that's where we jump off in the chat and we see what's popping in the chat and what you guys want to talk about. But lately the chat has just been so live that we like having conversation all the way through, so it's not really just after dinner conversation, it's the total night. So what we're going to do first is jump into the appetizer, and we wanted to talk about a shoe that I'm sure everybody was looking at last weekend, and probably a lot of people copped, and that was those lovely, luscious Jordan Royal ones. And I think we went 2 for 3 here on the Soul Food panel in terms of who copped, and some of us just got so much heat that it doesn't matter. We just pass on things. They got offered free cards, and they was like, nah, give them to somebody else. I don't need it. But no, but seriously, I do joke. But what did you think about? I know that you didn't cop Dabs, but what was your impression of what you saw? I know that you did cop for Shoe Mama, but what was your guys' thoughts about the Royals?
Well, I mean, to me, they're a dope sneaker, and for me, like I posted on the video, I was way more excited for her because she actually likes the ones. You know what I'm saying? She has a couple of pair, but she always got discouraged when the ones don't come with that quality for the grade school sizes. So when the breads came out last year, it was definitely a no-go. The shoe was it was whack. It was a whack shoe. Then we finally took a look at the Royals. I had no idea that the quality would be similar to the quality that the men's sizes were. So once we seen that, $120 later, it's another shoe in her collection. But for me personally, I thought it was a dope shoe. I'm done with ones for a while though. That's just my opinion. It's just too much coming out too soon. If they would drop one a year like they did 11, it would build up my hype for it. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I for me, it was a must cop, but just ones in general has been a turnaround for me, because it was really a shoe that I hated to love. It's kind of like Chucks for me, just really uncomfortable walking around. But when I got the Shattereds, and I really had those on foot, and then I think when I got the Black Toes, I kind of started to feel like I can I can change out the insole, and it can be a little bit more comfortable for me, and I can appreciate it more. But I do agree with you. I feel like I need to slow down and be a little bit more selective. So they're not going to be, unless they just start hitting all of these, OG colorways that you feel like, if you want to have ones, you should have in your collection. I don't know. What about you, Jedi?
Hey man, like I said, and we'll get into this more with the actual meal. But the ones for me was a win. I was happy with the two pair I was able to cop. That story's coming later. But yeah, I love them. I would like to say publicly that the lace bag, I got 2 legit pairs, and they stuffed the laces in there like they didn't give a damn. So there's nothing to worry about on that. But yeah, I got my 2 pair. I'm happy. I think I need 2. Actually, I just got another pair today. That'll be next week. So I only need 1 pair to complete my 1 collection. I'm good.
Man, so you're Shupak Shakur 2 times. Shout out to
2 times.
Jermaine Manning asks a question: anyone's quality different on their multiple pairs?
Yeah, so for me also, and we'll get into a little bit more of it in the sneaker love portion, I did cop 2 pairs, and I checked them out. The first thing I was looking at was the lace thing, because everybody was talking about that. Both of my laces were the same way. They were the long with the wind around the middle, kind of, and not neatly done. Not that I can say I've ever seen them too neatly done. But the quality to me was on point. Now I did get another pair, but I'm not opening the box, so because it's for somebody else, and we'll get into that.
Yeah. I do want to give some more shout outs to Team Early. V's Kick showed up. Polo's is in the building. What's up, Polo? Kick Dream United and the Ripster showed up in the building, man. We appreciate y'all for stopping through.
Hey, Polo, I'm upset with you, bro. Because I went back and watched the show, and you and Lister were having this conversation about those waffles, and I mean, you was calling me the tax man, and I kind of was, it didn't
controversy.
You didn't stab me all the way through the heart, but I had to go and get in the healing chamber for a minute there. I mean, sometimes it's not always about tax, but we can talk about that later.
You did it for retail, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it for retail. Now they were going back and forth, and Polo was like, man, you jumped on those. You were texting him, while he was still talking. And then, I'm doing the Monday Midsole recap right now. Then Buckeye was like, but he had him on. I had posted him on IG for like 3 days before we did the show, and nobody hit me up about anything. And that was when Polo was kind of like, well, yeah, but I didn't know he was going to do them for retail. Like, but nobody even asked me. So sometimes you just ask. I'm just clowning. It's all good.
Michael Ogden said he was disappointed in the Royals that he just got today. May I add, why were you disappointed in them?
Oh, that's Unbox app. Yeah, Mike, what's up? Were something wrong with your pair, or you just felt like they were going to be better? Hit us up. What's up, Lily Hilly? I see she's in the building.
Jeff hopping tonight, bro.
Hey, man, that's what's up. Can we slide into the Hump Day Heat?
Let's do it.
Hump Day Heat. So one of them was my pickup last week was supposed to be Hump Day Heat, but I wasn't feeling it today. So today I just went with the Kobe Elites, the Kobe Elite 11s. These did get broke out for the first time. Comfortable shoe. I love the Elites. No complaints today.
Okay, so Mike says that his swoosh was bad. So are you saying that it wasn't tumbled? I know some people were showing some of their black and red ones where maybe the outside swoosh was tumbled and the inside was smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So did you wear multiple shoes today, Jedi, or was it just the one pair?
It was just the one pair today, man. So I stayed home today because I had shoes coming in. I didn't want to take that risk, so I waited, and I had.
Oh, well, then you're supposed to show the house shoes.
House shoes?
I'm just joking.
I can't put my foot up there like that. So with some black socks, the end.
Well, I'll do mine, and I'll leave last for Sneak Mill. For me today, it was the 11 Georgetown 11 lows. I'm trying to do all blue shoes this week in tribute to the Brave Blue 13 lows that drop on Saturday, which are on my list. And I also wore these today because Patrick Ewing was introduced as the new coach of the Georgetown Hoyas. So go home, Team Hoyas. And yeah, my Hump Day Heat was the Georgetown 11 lows. What about you, Sneak Mill?
Okay, well, outside of my custom, well, actually, I didn't even. I worked out, but not in the Ultra Boost. I worked out in the Air Max this morning. My Ultra Boosts are kind of wearing down. It's hurting my feet, actually. So I might have to get either another pair or just switch it up or throw them away or whatever. But today, just the fire red threes. Had to bust these out. I did the video on these. You know what I'm saying? I was walking around, and I had everyone. I'll probably wear these at least about once a week, once every other week. I cannot wear a 3 every once in a while. So this was what I wore today. This is the Hump Day Heat for me.
Shit.
All right. So before we jump into this, jump into the main course, I think we had one more thing that we wanted to hit on. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to save it for later? That was the 98 percenters joint.
I said let's do it now, get it out the way.
All right, so y'all know that we've had some. Let me do this one piece of business before, so that we don't have to interrupt this discussion. Because last time I didn't do it in the first 30 minutes and I got called out for it. So y'all know I did a giveaway. All I did was bless some friends of mine the way that, you know, Real Talk, Dabs and Shoe Mama blessed me. I thought what they did was really dope, and I was always looking forward for an opportunity to do that for somebody else. This was my first time. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the last time, but what I did was I just did a video and I asked the family to go and to check out these two people in the community. That was G4 Vision and Kick Dreams United. And yep, I got my KDU shirt on today. And I just ask everybody to go to each of their latest videos and to watch the vid and to comment, "We got you," and that I would pick a person from both of those. Not, you can't win twice, but I'll pick a person from each of those that commented on a different video, and I'm gonna send them send them a gift card. So my first winner, I don't know if he's in the chat. I haven't seen because he's a long way away, and since it's mine, I can make the rules. I'm gonna give him a pass if he's not in there, because I know there's a huge time difference, and that's Crease Kicks from out in Dubai. So y'all got an issue with that? Take that up with me. The other one, yeah, the power has gone to my head.
I mean, he swallowed today. I mean, shit.
Well, I mean, I can't put that on nobody else. You know, it's me. And then my second winner, I know was in the chat earlier, and that's Jacoby Wall. So Jacoby Wall, if you're still in the chat, sound off. I know we saw you in earlier because Jedi read you out. But congratulations to you guys. I'll be getting in contact with you about getting you your gift card. Jacoby, just hit me on my OG Sneakers email. It's just ogsneakers@gmail with an address where I can send you the gift card, and we'll take care of you. So again, congratulations. I appreciate you all checking out G4 Vision and Kick Dreams United. And if you haven't, still continue, you know, go check them out, see what they're doing. They're doing great things and adding, you know, nice flavor to the community. So now back to the conversation at hand. Rob Dollar Beats, I think he's out of NYC, dropped a video, and if he's not out of NYC, he spent some time in NYC because he got a heavy New York accent, but you know, that's just me. Right. But he dropped a video about talking about 98 percenters, and you know, I saw it was a lot of conversation. I know the family on the Monday Midsole spent some time talking about it, and we're not gonna go on about it, but I was just curious for you guys, if you watched the video, what were your thoughts of it, and you know, did it give you like raise more questions than answers for you? Go ahead, Beard.
I think for me, like the first thing, I didn't know about Rob Dollar Beats' channel, so I'm glad that video brought me in, because now I saw, dude is dope. Like I rock with his videos, so I was happy to see that. But as far as the actual topic, my only first of all, I don't have a problem with people who wear fakes. It's none of my business. You do what you do. It's your money. I don't like people who sell fakes as authentics. So that's like my first issue. My second issue is with people who are naysayers and upset about it. We buy stuff that's 98% anyway from Jordan Brand. Like, that's what happens. We're used to buying defective gear or glue stains this or lace bag that, or you know what I'm saying? So it's not a major deal. I just don't like the idea that if you bought them because of your contract, if this is what's happening, if you bought them because of your contract and you know that they're not legit, don't sell me don't sell them to me like they're authentic. At least be Marshalls about it and say it's a regular. You know what I mean? Let me make the choice and mark the price down or something, or let me choose. But if you pulling the wool over my eyes, I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all.
Dabs?
To me, it really didn't bring up additional questions. It kind of already validated my thought process as to I'm questioning everything anyway. You know, if I see that a certain place is getting a certain shoe, then it's like that's just gonna. I'm already asking questions, so it just kind of, I guess, not really confirmed it, but kind of supported my thought process that I already had. You know, so I feel comfortable at Foot Locker. I feel comfortable at Finish Line, Champs, etc. But now it's to the point to where, you know, forget about eBay. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's all kind of question marks there. Your fine lines, your whatever. There's question marks with all that stuff, in my opinion. But in my opinion, now it's like, okay, if I want to buy from a source that is supposedly legit, whether it's a boutique or whether it's you know, a reseller that does big business online. Now there's even more questions that need to be asked, and I'm even more cautious. But I was already cautious anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for me that was probably the. I mean, I agree. It wasn't anything that I had not heard before. It wasn't anything that was new, with the exception of it kind of caused me to kind of reevaluate some of those places that I shop outside of the big box. You know, if you know your Finish Line, Foot Locker, Foot Action, East Bay, you know, once you kind of get outside of that circle, you know, what does that mean? I won't say what the shoe is or where I got it from, but I do remember buying a sneaker from an online vendor, and when I got it, I just had some questions. And it was a shoe that I had not had before, so until I kind of was able to do some comparisons, I kind of had that uneasy feeling like, this doesn't look right. This doesn't feel right. And in the end, I think it turned out just to be kind of one of those things that you were talking about, Beard. It was more irregular, I believe, you know, than anything. And sometimes, you know, for me at least, and it's probably going to sound crazy, but there's comfort in not knowing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can just go, all right, I hope, because, you know, there's probably everybody who takes as much caution as they can probably has one or two sneakers, if not more, in their collection that they might go, you know, could be, you don't know. It's not always obvious. So for me, it was kind of that experience. It was like, wow. So you know, maybe I need to rethink certain places where I shop, or do I, or, you know, do I just sit back on the you know, the fact that there's comfort in not knowing.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, reading the comments in the chat, they're talking about how Rob Dollars, who was kind of critical, been fine lining the video, and apparently Scoop and them kind of talked it out, and I think they're all good, is what I'm seeing in the chat. So there's no beef there for all you beef starters and fight lovers. There's no drama there. They apparently worked out whatever their issue was, and they're good. But yeah, I agree with both of y'all. As I don't have to be like Team Early in the chat is dope. Team Early for the shoe review. I don't know that I've ever been compelled to feel like I need to pay the up to get the shoe early. I was close with the Royals. I was close, but the up was 230. When that up got to 285, it was a no-go. And even then, the up that I was paying for was for somebody who had a guaranteed ticket. So it wasn't a reseller. It was somebody who had a ticket who was going to give them to me because it's sold shoes. So he's a win. But
right,
both of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, the one thing that he was talking about, in terms of when you mentioned the Team Early thing, I've personally experienced. You know, you can go in my history on YouTube and look at my videos, and the video that has the most views is the one early shoe that I got, and that was the Black Toe ones. And it was a situation like you were talking about. They released early in 3 locations, in Chicago, New York, and LA. And her souls underscore 23 got a men's size 11 and a half, and she posted it on IG, and I was like, and I got at her. And so I got the shoe like a week early. I think maybe I got them the Tuesday or Wednesday before the Saturday that they were supposed to drop. And that was the highest video of any of the videos in my in terms of views of any of the videos in the 30, 40 some odd videos that I've done. And so I mean, there is validity to what he was saying in terms of early eyeballs. People, they're curious to know, okay, because they're using some of that information to make buying decisions. I've used the example before, like as a photographer, I go and I look at, what are other photographers saying about maybe certain lenses or certain, pieces of equipment, lights or whatever that I'm considering, and use that as information in terms of helping me to make a buying decision. But I mean, I don't know, man. I also watched it, and I wondered why he made a decision to do the video. Was it because he knew it was going to be controversial and that was going to bring a lot? I mean, because I'm sure it accomplished that. We're talking about it. Other people have talked about it. Or was it, this is just something I want to share? Because it was kind of like he was talking about it, but he didn't want to go too far because he's concerned about, safety of his family. I respect that, all of that. But I did find myself wondering also, was this a get back video? Or is this something you just decided you wanted to talk about? Because it's not like you just found out about it yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I can speculate all day, but I definitely don't know the backstory. Like I said, this is my introduction video to who the brother is. I would imagine maybe it's because of the hype that we had for last weekend. We had the cause, we had the Royal Ones, we had the team early who had Royal Ones, and they were talking about what was legit and what wasn't. So it might have just been the moment. You know what I mean? It kind of created the need, created the lane for it to happen. Maybe.
So let me take this opportunity to do one more great big plug for one of our sister shows, and that's the Midsole Monday. I think sometime later on this month. I don't know if it's going to be next week or not. Buckeye or Polo or any of you guys that are in the chat. I think Rob Dollar, they're going to have Rob on, so you'll get a chance to hear the conversation more from the horse's mouth.
That's what's up, man. They're doing good stuff over there. If y'all not checking them out, you're robbing yourself. So check them out. They get some of your favorite YouTubers on there right now. You got to see your favorite homeboy T-Wall was up in the building yesterday or Monday. So
yeah, so Buckeye looks like Buckeye's saying that he's going to be on the show next month, May 8th. So if you're interested in hearing more, definitely check those guys out. Anything else to add on the 98 percenters, Dabs?
Not much. I mean, like you said, when you show whatever shoes early, you get a pair that's close to retail or that may be retail, whatever. Like you said about the views, one of my biggest videos was a shoe that I did get early for my wife. So I mean, that was definitely a true statement of what you said. So it's part of the game. You know what I mean? So to me, if you want to be part of something that's going to grow and be big, then you may have to pay that up. But if you want to do it the right way, then it may be a slow growth. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm good with grinding slow.
Yeah, I mean it's sometimes you feel like you're playing with one arm behind your back. But I think for me, I think the thing is that I just can't. It's a tax that I can't afford. To pay the kind of money, especially when it's a really, really hype shoe, to pay the kind of money, because generally they're looking at what they think the resale is going to be. And that's kind of how they're, figuring the up. And I understand business. I know that there's an amount that they had to pay for the shoe and, right. Probably amount on top of that they had to slide in order to be able to get the early access. So they got to make that money back plus, make some profit. So, I mean, I understand the model. I get it, and I'm not hating. Don't ever want anybody to accuse any of us. I don't think any of us are hating on anybody, you know, for their business. It's just, you know, sometimes, like I say, you feel like you, for me, I say, you feel like
Right.
with one hand behind your back. Go ahead.
I feel like the real model is, you know, you may have to pay that up initially, but when your channel blows from getting all the early reviews equals more views, equals more subscribers. And then that's when you can, you know, negotiate your price. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got this many views, I got this many subscribers, everything's, you know, I can blow you up a little bit. So let me get that pair for retail. So, you know,
True.
you know, it's one of those things you could pay now, but you know, it may help you later. But I just don't want to get into the game. 98 percenters, I don't want to have any questions.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I just don't want any questions.
Yeah, no doubt. And I don't know. I mean, I would agree with you 100%. I mean, you know, I've said on the air, you know, I've got, you know, fakes or reps or whatever in my collection. You know, I talked about the one custom, you know, that I had. So, you know, I'm like Jedi, you know, do you. I'm not walking around looking, you know, trying to check, you know, what people have, you know, on their feet. But I would also agree that, you know, I'm definitely not into people, you know, doing the 6 foot or 9. You know, I think I'm buying one thing and you're, you know, you selling me something else. So like I said, we just wanted to touch lightly on that. You know, obviously it could be a much longer, more in-depth conversation, but not today. Today is all about something that makes you feel really good. Sneaker love. Have you ever had sneaker love before? Have you ever experienced sneaker love? Think about that. Just marinate on that for a moment.
Hey, I can't marinate no more. Dad shot a video today, and if I marinate anymore, I might cry, man. I can't marinate today.
Hey, man, I told him.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy.
Bruh, I told you beforehand, and I'm gonna say it out here in front of the family. You know, you and Lister were on some Kool-Aid this week, man, because you know I didn't get a chance to watch all of your video, but I could see where it was going, and just a little bit that I did watch. You know, I mean, I was like, that was some real shit, man, and I applaud you for that. Lister also did One-Legged Lister, if you don't know, from the Monday Midsole, did a video, a vlog, and he was talking about, you know, kind of some of his experiences in war when he came back, you know, some of the trials and different things, and some of the daily struggles that he has. And I mean, they were both just super compelling, and I have nothing but mad respect, you know, for each of you for doing that. I mean, I just think that, you know, this is a little bit off topic, but it's me giving my little piece of sneaker love right now. You know, there's not enough of that in the community, you know, where people kind of just, you know, to use one of Dab's expressions, you know, peel back some of the layers of the onion and just be like, you know, hey, this is what it is. And I just thought that was really, really dope.
I mean, it's a natural thing. It's not something that, you know, it can be forced or anything like that. It's just one of the, you know, it's natural. And I think being real and being yourself, it's just, it gotta be natural. So it's just one of those things, you know, you don't know when the next one's going to come, but you know, when it does come, you know, it's here, you know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt. But we had at least one story that was going to kick off this discussion of sneaker love. And really what we're talking about is that people in the community working with each other, helping each other out. And Jedi, I'll let you kick off the discussion. We experienced something this week, so why don't you get us started?
So the first thing to do is show that we rock with the people that are in the chat. So Sneakerhead Clothing Line went live one day. I was working, but he went live on Instagram, so I went ahead and jumped in there and say, what's up? I wasn't expecting to buy anything or know that I could buy anything or even looking for nothing. I just wanted to support the homie. So he's shooting a video, and we wear the same shoe size. So I already knew where this was going. Y'all got anything at 13? I wear a 13. That means no. It means I'm never getting anything. He said, but we do have these. The camera, it's a real LeBron sitting there. So I'm like, well, damn, those kind of nice. How much are they? They're bill. I was like, all right, for $100, I didn't expect much. Nothing against that, brother, but I've spent $100 on shoes before, and I got what I expected to get. But these is, man, $100? $100. They're not creased. They on point. So that was dope. Like for him to look out for me like that, I appreciate that. Got him in, paid him. He shipped him the next day. I had him. He's in San Antonio, so I literally had him. That was Wednesday, I think, maybe Thursday.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday.
I had him Friday. Like it came the next day. It was crazy. So props to you, Sneakerhead. I appreciate that, bro. And then the other lookout was when the Royals dropped. So the Royals dropped Saturday morning. I'm sitting here with y'all saw me last week with the iPad, the tablet, the phone, the iMac. I got everything up. I got 19 windows open, and I'm trying to get the Royals. So I tried the Nike app 3-4 times, and it said that it couldn't be completed. There was an error. I couldn't get the shoes. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I dropped that. I figured it was over. OG hits me up. It's like, yo, did you get something? Because I might have an oop. I was like, please give me the oop because I ain't got it. This is what I need. So OG lets me know that somebody's shooting a shot. Come to find out it's Cadillac. Cadillac ends up shooting a shot. He's got a pair, sends them my way. I paid for them, people. Calm down. It wasn't free. I paid for them. So the fact that Cadillac, who we had on the show before, who's been rocking with the Soul Food Sneaker Talk show.
Off the break,
hit a oop for me, and he wears a 13, people. So he looked out for me. So now I got one pair. Then the Nike app comes through 2 hours later. So now I got my 2 pair. I'm good. OG's got another pair because somebody looked out for him. I let him tell the story. But now the shot that he was going to shoot for me, we end up giving the Caddy so Caddy can have his second pair.
Absolutely.
Man, that's the best me.
So that the crazy circle is to tell the other part. So again, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I posted a picture with a bunch of tickets, and I ended up with, and it's not as many as some because I think I saw that Mike Ogden had like 20 some odd tickets, but I ended up with 7 tickets, and I did 2 online draws. I think that was it, and something else. So close to like 9 to 11 chances to get. I just wanted 2 pair. I wanted a pair to rock and a pair to stop. I got 1 pair. I was like, this is crazy. So again, Sneaker Love. I'm on IG, and when I had posted about my tickets, even before it went down, shout out to Virgie V's Kicks. She hit me in one of my posts and she said, hey, you know, I can try for the men's size on my reservations app if you want me to. And I thought about, at first I didn't respond. And then I said, well, I'm just going to send her a direct message. I don't want to be doing that piece of business all out, you know, like in the public comment on whatever the post was. So I hit her up on the direct message, and I said, you know, if you're not going to use it, I'd love to. And, you know, we didn't even talk about no price or anything. I'm like, you know, you just tell me what the number is, and, you know, if it works out, that would be great. So she's sending me messages and letting me know, you know, kind of that she went ahead and registered with my size. Then when the confirmation came through, because usually on the reservation app, the confirmation comes through on Friday if the shoe drops on Saturday. She hit me off with the that to let me know that the you know, that she had received the shoe. I immediately sent her to PayPal. And she did a video of going to pick them up, you know, not necessarily because she was doing that as proof for me, but again, it was, I could see what was going on. And so I had the second pair, so I was good. So Saturday morning rolls around, and by this time, Beard still doesn't have 1 pair. So I'm getting ready to shoot my shot on the Nike app for him, because he's a 13. And then Cadillac hit me. He was like, hey, man, I know you were looking for a second pair. You know, I got my sneakers app open. I can go ahead and do that for you. And I was like, well, really, I'm good. But if you don't mind, if you could shoot the shot for Jedi, that because he on zero right now. So he was like, yeah, no problem. So it turned out after all that went down, Cadillac won the rock and won the stock, but he missed because he couldn't get out to pick up his second pair that he was keeping for himself. And the real thing was he didn't say, you know what, I'm gonna renege on Jedi and just pull that pair back and send him his money back. He was like, I'm just gonna be short. I'm just gonna only end up with one pair, and I'll try to see, you know, when I can get the second one some other time. And I had just gotten the confirmation that I had hit on the sneakers app for size 13. I don't wear no 13. Jedi was good, but Cadillac wears a 13. So basically, it was just this crazy stick together thing that everybody ended up, you know, being taken care of and getting what they wanted to get. And it, you know, it was nothing but love that did that, because, you know, otherwise, we'd have just been all out there trying to hit in the dark on our own. And I mean, I just think that's dope. You know, major shout out to V's Kicks for the oop on that. And I don't know, any sneaker love stories over there, Sneak Mill?
For me, when I think of sneaker stories, I always think of sneaker love stories. It's all about like helping somebody else, whether it's a giveaway, whether it's helping, you know, somebody with a question that literally may be in the store, or even just seeing things from other people's perspective. Like, for instance, when I had purchased the Pinnacle Gold 6, and my wife has never, ever stood in line, ever. You know, and it was interesting to see her experience it, because at first it was like, are you really about to do this? But then it turned into her seeing everybody's appreciation, and also it felt she seen the community in it. You know, when, you know, this stranger is talking to this stranger, you know, everybody's talking about how many they got and this, that, and the other. And then it turned into, okay, it was more of an open field, and she could see kind of the sneaker love that the community can have for one another. It's nothing that is always there, but it's something that can be there if, you know, you get a lot of like-minded people. So I always enjoy that aspect. I enjoy it. Like when I took my friend Q to SneakerCon, and I seen him kind of studying everything, me looking at shoes, him getting intel about what prices were too high, what prices were too low, and things of that sort, you know, so just kind of like opening his eyes. So I enjoy the sneaker love from that aspect opposed to any other aspect.
Cool. I got one more story, and then I want to ask, you know, a couple other, I want to take the discussion in a different direction. But on the day that the pair of shoes came in from V's Kicks, I got a package, like a little flat package, and I saw who it was from, and I was like, what is this? So I literally, the last video I did, and we had, the crazy thing about this is that we had talked about, we do pre-show on Sunday. So this package did not come in until and actually this week we did it early because WrestleMania came on, so we did a pre-show on Saturday. And I want to say this package came on Monday. Yeah, it came on Monday. So it was after we had already made the decision about what we were going to talk about. And so I sat down on the stairs in my back, and, you know, I did this video, and I opened it up live on the stage, and, you know, a double salute and major shout out to my man 804 King of Foam and Jays. He just sent me a package just off the strength of he was appreciating, you know, what we do. And, you know, it wasn't anything. I mean, y'all watch, y'all know we not out here like, you know, send me this, and, you know, we don't roll like that. Not to say that anybody really does that. You know, even most YouTubers or shootubers or whatever you want to call it, people on YouTube that I see that people send them things, you know, it's just part of their interaction with their community. You know, I've sent things to people. You know, I had early on had some questions and needed to have some conversations, and I had reached out to Jumpman Bostic, and I never expected him to respond to me, but he actually did. And so I sent him a set of the pictures, you know, that I've shown from time to time, just because I just appreciated, you know, the interaction, and that, you know, he responded to some really important questions that I had. So, you know, I understand it, you know, from the other side of the fence, if you will. But my wife and Jedi said to me that I should wear the shirt tonight. 804. I did not wear it just because it is. The first time I rock it, I want to be rocking it with my royalties and my nice, fresh, straight out the cleaners with the good medium starch in them, my black tapered jeans, and I'm ready. You know, it's a nice summer evening and I'm going to hang out, and I got my little chain glistening, and I'm going to be 100% on point. But this right here, this is some serious sneaker love. I don't even know where he got this shirt from. I've not seen anything like it, but this, excuse me, sorry children, close your ears. This shit is fire. Man, I love this. I love this shirt. And every time that I think about it, and I said in the video, you know, we don't, you know, there's no check that comes in the mailbox every week or every 2 weeks, or every month, you know, for spending the time that we do. You know, and, you know, we do a whole bunch of other things, as anybody does, that have nothing to do with this show. But we do it, number one, because we just mad crazy about kicks. And we enjoy the conversation. And as long as y'all keep coming, we going to be here on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock doing what we do. But every time I see that shirt, I mean, the royalty floors now have just moved way up the food chain of shoes for me, just because, you know, just like Dabs with the Reebok Classics, when he sees that shoe, it's a certain thing. It's a bunch of things that he remembers. It takes him back. It's almost like a time machine. Takes your mind back. You can almost smell certain things, certain experiences all over again. And I will always, forever, bro, real talk, not trying to be, you know, sappy. I'm a songwriter, so, you know, I can talk your ears off. But that is why, that is the thing that I love about sneakers, that leather and glue and rubber can introduce you to somebody that can show you love like that. Or these kicks, who, other than this medium, would not even know that I exist. You know, thought enough or felt a certain kind of way enough to be able to go like, hey, just, I can do this. And that, I'm sorry, y'all, that shit is just dope to me. It's just, there's very few things, you know, in life that are like that for me. And I just mean giving and experiencing, you know, a blessing, or somebody just doing something just on the strength of being real, and not because they, you know, they got their hand out, they're looking for something on the backside. I mean, y'all feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
sure,
That's definitely a good lookout, man. I mean, it was weird because, and I don't know if it was just because of this release, but I've only had this experience twice, going raffle hunting, going ticket hunting, is where you're standing there with somebody else who's doing a raffle with you too. They filling out their information for the ticket, and you have a conversation about the shoes that are in the store. Maybe about the particular shoe, but you have a conversation about what's on the wall, and you're talking to a total stranger, and y'all just kicking it. It's only happened on the 72 and 10s, and it's happened on these Royal Ones. I went in 5 different stores to try and get tickets, and each time there was a conversation either with the salesperson or somebody else getting the tickets that was just dope. There was no pretentiousness about it. There was no, ooh, look at me. It was about, yo, when I had this sneaker, I was doing this. And man, that's love. Like, this whole experience was love. Even if I would have came up with the L, I would have been a little salty. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been a little salty because I wanted this shoe. But the experience for me was dope. And just having that come back, and then you get the alley-oop from your people. And then you get, another shoe that you've been looking for, but you didn't know was available from somebody else. And that's just from doing this show. I only been around, 4 shows? It's crazy to me that the people that I've met that are looking out for me, Dabs, like I showed you on the first episode I was on, Dabs shot me the oop. And that's, hey, man, look, that's why we're doing this show today. That's why that's the vein of this show, is because while everybody was taking L's and talking about how many L's they took, how long they stood in line for the sides that couldn't get in, we took all W's. We took all W's. Everybody's in the show, everybody that's in the chat, we all took W's.
No doubt. No doubt. This really washed away whatever stank taste I had in my mouth about those previous week's releases that, was just all jacked up and crazy. And, I also have that shirt, when shit is not going good. Hopefully I'll be able to go back to that, and I just remember. But where I wanted to take the discussion was to ask, why do you guys think that stuff like what we experienced this weekend, why doesn't it happen more? Why does this feel like this is like, that magic moment? I made it to the Final Four and I know I'm never going to be here again. Why doesn't stuff like this happen more? Or is it happening and we just don't know about it?
Dad, you want to go first?
See, like I said before, I think for me it does happen. You know what I'm saying? Whether I want to give my little brother a shoe, or I'm looking out for my uncle's birthday, or or any of my uncles. You know what I'm saying? When their birthday come around, there's usually something that we're going to the outlet. We're looking to bless somebody. So I mean, I literally, you know what I'm saying, we give away a lot of stuff that we have. We have so many shoes and stuff. It wouldn't make sense to just keep everything. So from that aspect, for me, when it comes to like giving, then that's the sneaker love. You know what I'm saying? And it happens continuously just around this way.
I guess just from my experience, I don't see it often as much because people on the take, and it seems like, depending on what's at stake, more people on the take. You know what I mean? I ain't mean to drop them bars like that, but it is what it is. Somebody, will go in, and I've seen it. And I talked about this before. When I found those Ferraris, I just happened to roll up on them, and I had them in the store, and the dude was like, "Yo, let me buy them off you." I could have sold them for the up, but I was in the store, and I was like, "Dude, look, I don't even want to do that to you because I'm buying these for resale. And that's my purpose. I'm buying these for resale. And I can't sit here and tell you that you missed the shoe by a second. I can't sit here and tell you, okay, give me $200 when I ain't spent nothing for the shoe yet. You still got to buy it." I wasn't going to do that to the dude, but he was already ready for that. Like, he was like, "Yo, do it." And I'm like, that's how it goes. You go to the outlets. If you go early enough, you see the resellers there grabbing all the shoes off the wall. And that's actually a part of the sneaker love I guess I should talk about. One of my first trips to an outlet, which is about 2 hours away from me, I show up early just because it's a 2-hour drive. I might as well get in so I can get back. And the resellers are there. Now, I don't know about your outlets where you're at. It was a Nike outlet. And they said that the resellers that they know of that come there all the time have a cap. It's $20,000. And you can only spend that in $5,000 increments. So what they do is they show up with 3 or 4 people so they can grab all these shoes. The workers hate it because it's more work for them to go ahead and stockpile all these shoes. But what they do is they saw me come in, and they saw me looking for 13s all the time. I'm not looking for 9.5s. I'm not looking for 8s. I'm not all over the place in the women's section and kids. I'm looking for 13s. So they see me come in, they're like, "Hey, what you looking for?" I was like, I don't know. I'm just here to see what y'all got. And she said, "Okay, you like Jordans to look like?" I was like, "Yeah." She rolls in the back, pulls out a crispy pair of the Statue 9s. I don't like the shoe, but the fact that you had the strength and the knowledge and the love to go back there and grab that shoe for me because you saw me looking for it, I bought it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, that stuff doesn't happen because people are always on the take. And you look, people, it's got to the point now when the Royals were dropping on Facebook, I was seeing people selling the shoe off of the "You Got It Confirmed" picture.
Bruh, I hate that.
You don't even have the shoe yet. $260, fresh out, shipped. You don't even have the shoe yet. And if you know anything about Jordans, there's going to be some inconsistencies. You might get a shoe with a flaw, and then what? Hey, they came from the factory like that. That's on you. No refunds. I don't know, man. That's why it was so refreshing for me this weekend to see that, man. For real.
Yeah, Jamie White in the chat says a lot of people only out for self. Real talk. Somebody, Gemini 605 says they shared the stream on Twitter. That's what's up.
Oh, that's dope. Thank you.
What's going on, Twitter family? Welcome to Soul Food. Come back often. The meal is always on point. TJ Glado says that he's helped out two friends that didn't have nice shoes because they were spending all their money on their kids for Christmas. So he hooked them up for free, and that he said that it felt so good to help a friend. So I got one last story about this, and then we can kind of start to transition into the dessert, unless you guys have something else that you want to share, or we can kind of peruse the chat a little bit. But you all also will remember that I got some LeBron Soldier 10s, the camo joints. Villa had a sale, and I ended up getting a pair for like about 70 or 80 bucks, something like that. And I got them my true to fit size, and it took me 20 minutes to put one shoe on, and it disgusted me so much that I went on Instagram Live, and I was cursing up a storm, really acting outside of myself. Not that I don't ever curse, because obviously I do, but you know, I was really just, oh man, I was salty about this shoe. And
you turned into so dirty bastard, huh?
Oh man, yeah, I was so dirty bastard. That absolutely. So I had those shoes sitting in the box in the back of my basement here. Well, really, that's the front, because that's how you go upstairs. But anyway, I digress. And I was going to send them back. And I passed them one day, and I remembered, man, my nephew wears an 11 and a half. And he's in the 7th grade, balling out of his mind, playing. Matter of fact, he's at a practice tonight for an AAU team with high schoolers.
Wow.
And I was like, he wears the same size shoe as me.
Wow.
So I called my brother, and I called my sister, and I was like, yo, I got these shoes, you know, and I'm thinking about, you know, bringing them around. Are y'all cool with that? You know, and I always check, because I don't, you know, you don't want to. That's important to me. I mean, you need to make sure that it's okay. And I've learned that over time. Sometimes you can be a little bit, and I've done it myself, you know, be overzealous, but I didn't want to be disrespectful, especially when you giving something to a child, because you don't know, they might have got bad grades last week or something like that. You make sure that everything's on point. So long story short, I took the shoes over, and I talked to my brother today. He was like, man, he hadn't taken those shoes off since you brought them. I don't know what you sprinkled in them shoes. So he made him take he made his dad take him to another gym, because the 2 days after he got the shoes, he wanted to go. No, the night that he got the shoes, I take that back. He wanted to go test them out, and the normal gym up the street from us wasn't open, so he couldn't go. So he had to drive across town someplace else. But, you know, so that was even something that, you know, I was upset about. And I was really mad because the shoe didn't fit. But in the end, you know, it turned out, you know, to be, you know, again, another way that you could show love. So show love, people, not just with your kicks, but, you know, I ain't trying to get preachy or sappy or anything like that, but, you know, it is better to give than to receive. That old thing about that's real talk. It's not just a saying that people say. And shout out to my dude from Kick Dreams United. He knows full well about that and the work that he does, you know, in terms of collecting kicks, you know, to share with the homeless and with brothers and sisters overseas in Rwanda. So that's all I got, fellas. Y'all got anything else to tie this conversation up in a bow before we move on to the dessert, or any other comments in the chat there, Jedi?
I did want to say, like, so when we did the outline for the show, we were talking about sneaker love and different stories about being in the sneaker community. I did want to share 2 stories if y'all care to hear them.
Yes, sir.
This would be the shoe that got me started loving sneakers, just like everybody else, the Jordan 11. So when I bought this shoe, it was one of the first shoes I bought with my first real check for real making money. I was working at Shoe Carnival. If you ever been to Shoe Carnival, I was the mic man. So I was the dude that was running special. Come down, spin the wheel, get this, get that, pay the ticket, do all that shit. So I bought these and I wore them for pretty much a week solid. This was my shoe. And the manager was like, yo, like, you can't wear these shoes because people are asking, do you sell them here? So you got to take those shoes off. That particular day, I didn't drive to work, so I didn't have a way to go home and change shoes. So I'm like, I got a little job. I'll go ahead and buy some of these little funky ass Nike Monarchs or whatever you got back here. So I took these off on top of the mic stand. Well, at the end of the night, I'm back helping sort out the shoes so we can leave. I come up to grab my box. They gone. Gone. Somebody walked out with my shoes. So that was the first shoe. That's what started it. That's also the thing that almost ended my sneaker love was these. So when these dropped, I went back and tried to get them off Nike. And I've talked about this before on the show. Sometimes I'm redundant. I bought these off of Nike. I got the confirmed email. You got the shoes. A week went by. I didn't get the updated shipment. Another week went by. I went ahead and called like, yo, where's my shoes at? You're going to get them. You know, it's just a little backlog. You're going to get them. Week 3, when I call in, yeah, your order didn't process. So my money's gone. The order didn't process. Y'all been telling me for 3 weeks I was getting the shoes, and I get nothing but a refund of no shoes. So then that turned me into like hyper mode. So I'm on eBay to get them. And I started buying every 11 I got. Every 11 I saw that was a size 13. Check your feedback. I'm scooping. I got so many fakes. So many fakes. And it got to the point to where, and I'm talking about fakes from people that are being promoted by eBay, fakes from people that have thousands of feedback. I'm getting fakes from people who have their accounts been in there for 10 years. You get a pair of fakes and they dip out. So I don't even want no 11s no more. I got the ones I want. I don't even want them no more. But this shoe is what got me back in the game. And then the other story was, I guess I'll do this one. This is nothing special. This is a Nike Flight 89. It's nothing special. But this is the first shoe that I customized on Nike ID. So with my company, if y'all know I got the Lift Heavy brand, I customized with the Lift Heavy. I don't know if you've had the Flight 89s, but this is one of the most uncomfortable pieces of shit Nike's ever made. This shoe was horrible. But I won't throw it away because I customized the shoe and it's got my name on the back. So for me, this has a sentimental value. But for actual wear, this is horrible. This is a horrible shoe. But like there's more than just this shoe that I've got that's not really comfortable. 11s aren't comfortable. But you know what I'm saying? That's kind of the sneaker game. You take wins, you take losses. There's some shoes that you're going to buy that mean a special something to you. This shoe may not ever get worn. You know what I mean? The Gym Red 12s, I still think is one of the best shoes they came out with. But for this particular shoe, I struck out when they dropped. Didn't have a way to get them. And my homegirl was telling me, she lives in Houston. She was like, yo, look, I ain't mentioned it, but I've got a major thing going on with my head. I've got to go get a CAT scan done. I don't have anybody here who can help me. I'm just letting you know to try and get some relief. It wasn't a word to me. I said, I'll be there tomorrow. So dropped everything, took off work, rode down there tomorrow to be with her so she can get this CAT scan done. And on the way there, I'm just checking online, doing what I do because it's a boring drive. And I checked somebody and they said that they got that shoe. So I'm like, okay, well, where you at? I'm in Houston. Really? How much? Is it available? Retail. So I was able to go down there and help my friend and cop these shoes. He drove to the hotel to drop them off. I didn't tell him my situation. And drop these for retail. I'll probably never wear this shoe because it means a lot to me. It's outside of sneakers, but sneakers are involved for me. So it's that kind of thing that transcends the leather and the glue, like you said, OG. You have those special moments that aren't always glamorous, that aren't always special, but they mean something to you and they resonate with you in a special way. So when we started talking about this show and the way Sneakerhead Clothing Line looked out for me, the way Cadillac Jackson looked out for me, I was just like, the way you looked out for me, I was like, yo, this is perfect. Like that's what we're doing. This is the only reason I'm on camera talking to you every week. because I wouldn't be on the camera talking to nobody every week. That's not my jam. But being able to talk about something that I love like that's what this culture is all about, man.
Hey, Jedi, you know we are separated. We talked about this before. You see, I got red laces in mine too, man. That's
crazy.
That is crazy. You awfully quiet over there, Dabs. I did not mute your mic, so don't tell people afterwards that I had your mic.
I ain't tripping, man. I ain't tripping. I'm just listening. I'm listening to the good convo. I'll wait to get my piece.
Cool. I'm just gonna jump in the chat for a second and do this one little piece of business. Desmond Dawson was asking who won the giveaway. Our winners were Crease Kicks and Jacoby Wall. So continue to rock with us. I think the month of April is actually going to be a very special month. We're going to have some serious things keeping going on. So if you like giveaways, I'm just going to say stay tuned, and you can pay attention and hear the dog whistle, or you can ignore me. That's about as far as I could go. But I don't know about y'all. I'm full off that meal. I'm ready to get something sweet and sip and get to some dessert. How about you?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right. So, I think we got to do this first one so we can just go ahead and, get them out of the way. We could not do dessert this week without talking about a very important shoe to the soul food family.
What shoe would that be?
Well, that would be the PG1, and not one, but two times. Two of them joints dropping this weekend, and we're going to let our resident Paul George expert talk to us about what heat for PG1 is dropping this week.
We got the I think they're called the Ivory. The official colorway, they have it color as oatmeal, and it's mostly an ivory colorway with a gum bottom and a nappy suede Nike check. So it's definitely a sneaker that I've had on the radar for a long time, and I'm definitely looking to get two pairs of those. And then there's supposedly another one. I still have to go to my Foot Locker plug and see what the heck they got going on for the EYBL Paul George that's supposed to come out. Those are the ones I really want. I mean, I definitely will be getting both if I can, but I don't know if the EYBL ones are going to be a little more limited or not. So, yeah, it could be another messy weekend as far as releases go, because there's probably about 3 pairs I'm interested in, and 2 of them are Paul George's.
So now, did you see that there's actually a 3rd pair that drops next weekend too?
Was that rumored for next weekend, or was that's official? Was that
I'm on Sneaker Bar Detroit now. I was looking for the picture of the oatmeals, and I see that they're calling it the PG1 Black Ice. Give me a second, and I will bring this up so everyone can see.
Is that the one that's supposed to be like the Atmos pack, or that's made after the Atmos?
Which is really not true, because it's it has the bow tie on the bottom is the color, that turquoise of the Atmos, but that's it right there. It just looks like it's all black with some speckles on the front part of the sole, and you can see there in the bottom it has the Paul George signature in that turquoise. And then there you see at the bottom of the shoe, it has that the PG logo in that, I guess you call that turquoise Atmos alternate color. And according to this, April 14th.
Yeah, that Sneaker Bar Detroit, they already messed up per the comment on Flawed the Boy 954 says, I asked Foot Locker on Twitter if they drop in the EYBL, and they said no. And they took it off the release calendar on their site. So there's a bit of confusion going on. So when I asked my people at Foot Locker, they said ask back on Thursday when I pick up the oatmeal joints or the ivory joints, whatever you want to call them. And so this may be something that may have been a rumor that's may not come true for them EYBL joints.
Wow. That it's not coming out at all, or just not coming out this weekend?
Well, supposedly, Sneaker Bar Detroit reported that they had it on the release calendar or the launch locator,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I went to check, there was nothing there. So, I don't know if that's something that I just don't know. I mean, I think we're all just left in the dark as of now for that particular release.
Okay, so if you're not sure what this shoe looks like, let me share the application window. And so these are the EYBL. And do you know what that stands for, Dabs?
Something Youth Basketball League. I don't know
Okay.
what the E is.
Okay.
Elite Youth Basketball League. Thanks,
Okay.
baby.
Yeah.
Those are
Interesting.
clean.
It's interesting. Yeah. I can't say that I like them as much as the oatmeals or the ivories or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I like it.
Yeah, I like these the most out of any colorway I've seen so far. I think I like that blue that hit, and especially the metallic look to the color change. Nike check is dope, and then you got the suede strap too. That's what really sets it off. That strap being suede sets it off for me.
Yeah, and it looks like actually the entire upper from the strap going to the heel is suede, and then the toe box is, I guess, mesh or some type of mesh type material. But yeah, that's a good look. I see if I could find a picture of the ivory. We were clowning, not clowning, we were having good conversation about that shoe, and the ivory was the first one that I saw that was like, okay, yeah, I might have to shoot the shot about that. But again, very, very, very nice shoe. Also for the dessert, we wanted to talk about some of the foams that were dropping. We don't always have a lot of discussion about foams on here because probably I'm the closest person in our set and when I mean set of hosts, we got a lot of foam heads obviously in the family. But yes, the Kang showed me some sweet. He did a lace swap. I think it was like on the Silver Surfers or something, and he put like some 3M kind of black and 3M laces in it. Man, it really, really made the shoe pop for sure. But we got, I think that I've seen coming down the line, the biggest foam has got to be the eggplant that's supposed to be dropping again later on in the summertime. There's a dude in my office that he's strictly foams. That's all that he does. And specifically, and I don't know, is it the Pro that has the check and then the other one doesn't? So he don't mess with the Pros. Although I did mess him up because when I brought those Vanchetta joints with the check, I said, I got a foam that I guarantee you will want to get, even though it has a check. He said, it'll never happen. And I showed him those foams. He came in one day. He usually comes into the office later than me. So I got here early and I just had him sitting out on his desk when he came, hollering and running around the office. So, but definitely the eggplants are, supposed to be a big, and actually Nike is also releasing a foam that they've never done before, which is a foam that's going to have wool on it. What do you guys think about that?
Again, I'm not really a fan of. I like to look at the foams for other people. I don't like them on my feet. It's not really comfortable. The wool, I guess, because I'm kind of the anti-foam, I guess so to speak. So I'm not really a big fan. For me, the wool looks pretty dope. I thought it was a good looking shoe. But Nike, again, they getting kind of lazy with this wool shit. It's the same wool that you put on the threes. Here we go, and now you put it on the foams. All right, we get it. Let's change the tech. But I think the shoe itself is actually a good look. But there's no way I'm buying it.
I'm just wondering how it's going to stand up because it's got to be some glue involved or something, to keep the foam, keep the wool to the foam. And I just think about like when everybody was on the mirrors, and then when they found out that them bitches chipped, you know, it was
Yeah.
all, you know, all bets were off.
The entire chat hates them. The Wolves are ugly. Too much wool being released. Trash. Um, the fence on the I'm on the fence with the Wolves. That's what V's Kick said. Wolves trash. They're not loving those at all. I think they're a good look, but like I said, I guess I really think that they're trash because I ain't buying them. You're not gonna see me with them, so
I mean, I think it makes sense from the standpoint that for me, foams are more a winter shoe than they are. Although I know there's people just like people who rock Tims, you know, winter, spring, summer, and fall. If you're really into foams, you wear them whenever. It doesn't matter. But to me, for whatever reason, maybe because they have a more boot feel, uh, you know, foams are more of a winter shoe. So if you think winter, you think wool, and so you know it makes sense. But I'm with you. If they, I think if they had not already had released so many wool shoes, maybe I would have a better feeling about it. But because, you know, like I said, we've had the threes, we had the 12s in wool, and it seemed like to me we had one
we
other
had
shoe.
this. We had the Suede 11, which was it was
Oh,
called
right, right,
Wool up until like before the release.
right,
Yeah.
right. So it was just like, yeah, it's just a little bit much for me. Also, let me see, what else did I have on my list? The coppers. I
Yeah.
think those are also gonna drop again. Another you know, OG colorway for foams, and I know people that are foam heads are definitely um, you know, looking out for that colorway. I mean, what's your feeling about foams, Dabs?
I don't own a pair, but I think the eggplants will be maybe the first ones that I might get my hands on. I'm actually still looking for the 20th anniversaries. You know, I was hoping that I can grab a pair discounted, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. But I don't think I would have to pay much more than retail if I do try to shoot my shot now. But the eggplants would be one of the ones that I would have great interest in.
Yeah, Warrior Blood 510 says that foam pros are hella comfy because of the double stack zoom in the heel, hence the 250.
I didn't know that was why they were 250. I really thought Nike was just stroking its ego. We put a check, paid her up. I thought that's what it was. So the double stack and the zoom, the double stack zoom in the heel, that sounds pretty dope. But 250, like my boy. So a lot of the way that I got a lot of these shoes back here is because one of my boys was trading his collection, so all he owns is phones. So he didn't want to spend any money to do it. How do you do that? You find a new guy to the sneaker game who doesn't mind dropping the money if he's getting shoes. So I would buy the phones at 230, 250, depending on what they were, and I would get 2 or 3 pair of Jordans from him. And that's kind of how we were doing it. So now I look at his collection, it looks great, but on foot, for me, it's horrible. But as a collection, if you're a foam head, that shit looks dope. It does look dope. I rock with you. And I didn't know if there was any comfort in the shoe. So the fact that they put the double zoom in there is pretty damn dope.
No doubt. I've experienced, actually I didn't know that was the case for the makeup of the pros. I think all the foams that I have, with maybe, I can't remember if the maroons were a pro or not, but most of the ones I have are a pro because I don't discriminate between whether it's, you know, with a check or without. If I like, you know, whatever the colorway or whatever the foam, that's what I have. I have the the Yeezy colorway foams. Yeezy foams is what I call them. I have the maroons and the Vancettas, or whatever the correct way is to say that. And that's it. But I tell you, those the 18s that I got, they have double stack zoom in the heel, and them shits is hella comfy. Yes, I can attest to that. So if that's what double stack feels, and I next time I wear my foams, I have to pay attention to that to, you know, kind of see the comparison. But definitely a good look.
Yeah, Sneakerhead just said what my problem is. You can't be flat-footed and wear foams. Yeah, I am flat-footed, and that might be what it is. Because like when so I guess that might be the thing is at the bottom there's no like when you look at a shoe, it's supposed to flex. You know what I mean? When you walk it, it's supposed to flex. The foams, you just stomp it. You out there like bam, bam, bam. So maybe that's why I'm not really rocking with those. Maybe that's my thing. Flat-footed, it don't work.
Right.
Good looking out.
And I think we had one other shoe. I'm trying to Beard, do you remember where you saw the picture for that Under Armour shoe?
I actually saw it on I think it was Soulbox. It was on Instagram, so that's where I saw it.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
So I just snatched it off Instagram and I sent it.
While I'm trying to find the image, tell the people.
Sneaker Box talked about it too.
Okay, tell the people the shoe that you mentioned that we wanted to highlight or talk about in the dessert.
The Flyknit Chuckers. The Flyknit Chucks, man. So apparently Nike, when they brought out Converse and they did the whole, we're going to revamp the Chucks, and everybody had the bad taste in their mouth. They've done nothing wrong with that damn shoe. They put the Lunarlon in there, and all of a sudden the shoe is comfortable. And now they got a Flyknit version that they're apparently bringing out. They get rid of the white toe. So for me, it's kind of an L. Like that's part of the icon. That's part of the magic of the Chuck. But the Flyknit with the Lunarlon, hey man, I gotta try them. I gotta try them.
You know what? Now, see, I was actually thinking of the other shoe, but I found that picture and I found these two. So let me just go ahead and post up. But I will say I totally agree with you. One of the most comfortable shoes I have is the Flyknit Air Force Ones.
Mm-hmm.
I just like what they did to the Air Force One in terms of they cored out the sole so it's not as heavy. And that Flyknit material just really, really comfortable walking around shoe. So if the Chucks feel anything like what the Air Force Ones, I'm going to be all on these. So the first two colorways that are going to drop, and actually I do believe that if this information is correct, they will drop this weekend, is this kind of teal color, which I'm not necessarily mad at. But the one I'm really looking for is this one, is the black.
Yeah,
actually, it kind of looks like almost like a smoke gray more than black.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing with the Flyknit technologies, that it seems like it has to be woven with a lighter color for whatever reason. Like if you get a tri-blend shirt, it's not going to be a solid color. It's a couple different fabrics, so it's going to look weird. A smoke black will look dope, but you could also buy, they've got Flyknit dyes out there where you can make it damn near whatever color you want, and I would probably do that to make it all black.
Yeah, but I mean, I like how it looks. I can't,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not saying that to say that I'm disappointed in it. With the combination of the Lunarlon and the Flyknit, you know, I might be back on Chucks like I'm on ones. And I just imagine some of the crazy designs they could do, you know, because that Flyknit just allows so much creativity in terms of design and color. I'm really interested in seeing where they're going to take it. And I'm also just really, as an OG, I'm excited about Chucks really getting, you know, another look from a new generation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a good looking shoe. So the other shoe that you were talking about was a rock shoe. I guess I misread the pass.
Yes, it's all good. But I did find a picture of that if I can get back to it. So let me find. Yeah, here we go. I want to get the heel. Okay, well, there. All right, I'm good. So yeah, there it is. Go for it, wrestle people.
Look, Under Armour, they trying, man. They trying. You would think that the Rock would be that would be an easy one. But then you put the Rock's logo on the heel, which just looks odd. It starts to look like a UT shoe, and the shoe itself ain't bad. Like I would almost cop that. I'd at least try it on if it didn't have a Rock's logo on the back. And I'm a wrestling fan, but that looks weird to me.
Really?
That's what you think? It looks weird.
For me, that's kind of the dope thing about it, because the Under Armour logo just sucks so bad. Just, or at least how they present it on the shoe, anyway.
What you think, Brother Dabs?
I like the shoe without the Rock logo. I like the location of the Under Armour logo. I like that. I like everything about the shoe, the shape. But if they would have took away that Brahma bull and possibly just made it a lot smaller, if they wanted to leave on the shoe, or even just put it on the tongue and did something else with the back of the shoe, then they'd be dope. But I mean, for retail, I mean, it's I won't pay retail for any Under Armour. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, I like the silhouette. I like the shoe without the bull, but I won't pay for them anyway. So
doesn't it seem weird that The Rock is getting a shoe now when he's not wrestling? Like, did they miss the market on that?
I don't think so. I think it's more or less a it's for training. You see what he's doing in the picture. He's training, he's getting it in, lifting weights, and that's what the focus is probably going to be. You know, him making not only shoes, but as you see, they got the little knee wrap and everything, making shoes and gear for, you know, lifting weights and for fitness. So he definitely has a lane with that. I mean, he's obviously in tremendous shape.
Yeah, I saw some when I was in the mall today. I saw some other Under Armours. I think they were Steph Curry's because that's the only athlete I know that's with Under Armour and has a shoe. They weren't bad, but there's always something about that shoe that looks a little off to me. Like, you'll be doing good about 3/4 of the way, and then you get to the heel, and it's a big ass jut out in the heel, or it's a metal color, or it looks weird. Like, y'all getting closer, and I would imagine that with The Rock, that's gonna put you over the top. I think that he did a duffel bag or something with Under Armour, and that shit sold out in a couple minutes. Now, there might only been 4 of them bad boys, but it still sold out. So you got something there, and I can't wait to see what the evolution of this line is.
Yeah,
well, I know they're gonna be comfortable with nothing else.
I'm sure if this post is anything, so they got the shoe, they got the compression pants, they got the lifting shirt or whatever you call that. Until I get some muscles back, if I ever get any muscles back, I won't be able to wear one of those.
Stop it.
If I could ever get my trainer to send me my information.
Woo! Fire!
Shots fired. That's an inside joke right there, family. But I'll be interested to see it. Now, only thing I can say about Under Armour shoes that I've seen pictures of shoes and I've thought they're really dope. And then when I get in the store and see them, I'm severely disappointed.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this particular shoe. They actually, as I'm looking at it, looks like the lacing system is a lot like the Jordan 28s.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're hitting the right groove on that. I guess as a sneaker person, there was a time when I looked forward to wearing my Heat to the gym, and now they're giving me other shoes that are actually made for training. I don't know how that works for the casual shoe wear. Like, I can't see you rocking those Rocks casually. There's always going to be that person that does it, but I can't see you putting those on with any jeans. Like, that's not going to work with denim at all. And maybe that's not a concern, but you look at that, you look at the 31s, you look at those LeBron Soldiers, they're definitely carving out a niche for people who just want performance shoes again, which is interesting. But for The Rock, who's an entertainer, I figured you'd have something a little bit more that could dance both lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to me, I think that's where Under Armour as a brand misses the mark with their shoes. They're 100. I mean, they got the tech, they got the performance and the technology down pat, but they have zero swag. I mean, none. And I agree with you, just because to me, from his movies and other things, his post wrestling life. I mean, I knew of him when he was in wrestling, but I would say maybe you guys would disagree with me. That he's bigger post wrestling, maybe not. You need to have something with swag. Somebody's raising their hand.
You've got a nickname, sir. It finally happened.
What?
You are now Shoe Mo D.
Ah.
I gave you the name Shoe Mo D.
Shoe Mo D. I'll take that.
That's dope.
Take that, and an OG one at that. Yes.
Yeah, Shoe Mo D is in the building. You have been dubbed, sir. You have been dubbed.
How you like me now?
That's a dope one. That's a dope one. Hey, I didn't know Sneakerhead was an older cat, because most cats don't know who Kool Moe Dee is.
Yeah, well, you got some in-betweeners there, who they old enough to know because their older brother or their uncle told them. That's all. They don't know about it for real.
That's dope. They're talking about the Olympic foams too. The 4th of July foams, the Olympic foams. Those are hot. Now that's one of the shoes. The UNC foam and that red, white, and blue foam. Those are the two that I really that made me want to cop. I did cop the UNC foams, and I ended up selling them because it wasn't my thing. But those Olympic foams are probably my favorite that I've seen. Those are so dope.
Yeah, that's actually a shoe that I slept on in terms of foams, but when I started kind of seeing some of them after the fact, I was like, man, I should have. So it's kind of one I'm off and on looking for.
Yeah.
Not like I really gotta have it, but I'm off and on looking for. What's the score of the game, Dabs?
I have no clue. I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, I thought maybe you guys had it off in the background. I'm just trying
it's playing. I can't see the score though.
Oh, I feel you. Okay.
I think somebody in the chat said Cleveland was up 59-47. That's my wife just told me.
Somebody in the chat, I think it was Cadillac, was saying that LeBron got some heat on his feet tonight. So I don't know what it is. Can't be a 14.
Shout out to the old people in the chat. Everybody's coming out. I've noticed this lately. I know this is not anywhere on the outline, but as I've been going through the shoe tubers, I'm noticing maybe it's because of who I'm sub to. You get more of the people that are like the people you sub to. But I'm noticing a lot of older sneakerheads that are married, that have kids, that are in love with sneakers. And that's a totally different narrative than what you get on Saturdays. It's a totally different narrative. It's a totally different narrative than what you get with all these other sneaker channels. It's like it's interesting to see so many young brothers or older brothers that are married in the game. Like that's dope. So to see the chat, to see Buckeye City Soul say that he's an older cat, to see Sneakerhead Clothing Line like, yeah, I'm an older cat too. Polos and J's, like, it's dope to see that. It's dope to see that. I like that community, man. I love that. So shout out to the old cats.
But nobody that I know of has taken my crown. I got the highest number in the building so far, and I'm good with that.
Hey, you cool shoot what is it, Soul Dirty Bastard? Ain't nobody coming for you. No need for the diss tracks. We good.
Nobody coming for the crown. All right, very good, very good. I like to be the adult in the room. Y'all got anything else that you came across that we can toss in for the dessert? I think we've had a lot of sweetness.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get to the bill. Let's pay these people.
All right, so the bill, y'all know the deal. The bill is heat that we're looking for that's coming out either this coming week, and I'll extend it, maybe say a couple weeks down the line, but definitely this week. What are we looking to be on? So what's your list look like this week, Sneak Mill?
This week, well, definitely we talked before about the Paul George ones that's coming out, the ivory colorway. But there's also another shoe that has piqued my interest, but I can't even lie, the interest is like kind of dying down because I'm getting scared that, these shoes may be available down the road. And that's the Brave Blue 13 lows that's going to drop on the 8th of April for the price of $175. So, we see that there is a ton of sneaker releases that's coming out that, sometimes it's only a matter of 2 or 3 weeks before we see them go on sale. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I'm going to shoot my shot the first week, especially if the EYBLs come out. But if they don't, I may shoot my shot the first week. But we'll see. It's one of those things where if I see them in the store the first week and they super dope, then, if they feel right, then I'll get them. And, it's just going to be a feeling. What about you guys?
The PGs are dope, man. I definitely want to check them out. I don't know where the hell. I might have to roll out to the other mall to get them and actually see them because I haven't seen them in the one closest to me. But it's a good looking shoe, man. That's on the radar. You know what I'm saying? I just copped some shoes today that came out of the blue, so I might have to lay low. But next week, they might be on. Next week you get paid, so that might be on for the following week. My Hump Day Heat.
Hey man, what's up with the Cardinals?
What you mean? What's up with them?
I'm looking in the background, man. I see at least 2 Cardinals jerseys back there. What's good with that?
Let me correct you, sir. There are 4 Cardinals jerseys back there. I am a proud rep of the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm from St. Louis. 314 Cardinal Nation, stand up. So yeah, it's baseball season right now, and right now we tied for first place. So I can't be mad.
So you know you're really scaring me now, because
I understand. I saw that Cubs jersey. I don't know why that happened.
no. That's not what I was going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
My pops is from St. Louis.
Hey man, we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to just check the bloodline.
Man, we had to go. We had to check the family tree, man. This is getting just a little bit too close, man. This is weirdness going on. That's why I saw it, because like St. Louis, Texas, man. What's going on? Okay,
yeah, man. Proud rep of St. Louis, man. 314 for life. If I have any team that I will rep with till I pass, it'll be the Cardinals. That's been a part of my coming up, playing baseball in the whole nine.
I used to run around with a Brockabrella. You know what that is?
Wow. Old school reference.
Yes, sir. If you don't know, look it up. I ain't even going to tell you. Brockabrella.
Old school reference, man.
If you don't know, look it up, or maybe somebody else in the chat will tell you. I'm not going to tell you, but look it up. If not, it'll be a trivia question that maybe we'll do a giveaway on.
I know we're gonna have the road because these people hit me up with these Cubs. Get the hell out of here with these Cubs. Shit. I don't want to hear about y'all. Y'all been irrelevant for 108 years.
You know.
Y'all got one.
Yeah.
Enjoy the one.
The most recent one.
Right. Enjoy the one. That's what I'm saying. Like, enjoy the one. But they all in here like, what about them Cubs, son?
Yes,
the
sir.
Brewers. Come on,
know?
Sneakerhead. Hold on.
Really?
Sneakerhead
Come on.
The Brewers.
Really, bruh? Come on.
Come on, dog. Look, the only thing I give the Brewers props for is that dope-ass logo that y'all rock. Yeah. The MB with the glove. One of the best logos in sports.
But do they didn't even have a basketball team anymore.
Bro, look here. They don't have a baseball
went to the
team.
state. They just left Milwaukee.
They don't have a baseball team. Let's be honest. let's be honest. They don't have a baseball team. They got some cats that get on the field. They don't have a baseball team.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bang, bang.
Hey, Buckeye City Soul, you a damn fool, man. I had to look up what the fuck an abacus was. I'm like, what the hell's an abacus?
They've been shooting OG.
What the hell?
They've been shooting OG hard because they asked about your age, brother, and I ain't put it out there. But they've been going at you since we talked about old heads in the room.
Okay, so I know what an abacus is. You want me to take you to school?
I just looked it up, man. I'm like, what?
Okay, so you know what the deal is. All right. So my birthday, I'll be 54. It is what it is. And I got a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. So young at heart. Just hope he keep on blessing me. I'm gonna get as many years as I can. I'm gonna be 80. Still. Well, what's on the release calendar? Hey, Shoe Pop, I know you hear me, nigga. What shoes is coming out Saturday? Can I get them orthopedic inserts?
Yeah, hey, sneaker culture is one of those things. We were in the store the other day, and I bought my wife a pair of De La Souls. And it's an older white man. He had to be 65 years old. He tapped on the shoulder. Those are some nice shoes. I'm like, yes, sneaker culture united.
Wait a minute. Lister said OG Sneakers' first kick were the Moses 3.
Oh, bro, they said you had the prehistoric 12s.
Oh man,
they going in.
That's all right. I love y'all. It's all good. I look. Dab started the clowning on me, and it's I'm the one to clown, and I'm gonna own that. I'm good with it. I'm not even.
I didn't even do anything. What did I do? I didn't say anything.
No, I'm talking about from back in the day. When did I first get clown?
Oh man,
you do I need to remind you?
Yeah, well, we have to do you got to play it back.
Yeah, okay. Well, when we get to the point where we can do playback, I will play it back for you.
Oh man.
He want to show them the receipts.
It was show number 2 or number 3, whatever. When we did the other brands, go back and watch that. That was when the clowning began. So
I didn't show those shoes though. I never.
Right, no, but you clowned me.
I didn't show the shoes.
You clowned me.
All I know is that when we finally do the Soul Food family reunion, it's gonna be a real chill ass event because there's a lot of old people in here. We're gonna be chilling. It ain't gonna be no fighting. It ain't gonna be no problem. We're gonna be chilling hard body.
Oh man, it's all love. It is all love. That's why somebody tried to tell me, I was tuning in on the the Monday midsole, and they was like, yeah, well, Polos and J's. I was like, nah, he's a baby. He still got milk mustache. He can't get with me yet. So I'm still the king, and I wear that proudly.
You gotta say pause after saying a milk mustache, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. For an old person, that means something completely different. Pause. It really means milk.
Yep, playing spades. Hey, V's kicks. Don't talk about playing spades out here. Don't get nobody fucked up. Woo! Everybody not ready to play spades. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you don't gotta be old to play no damn spades. You ain't gotta be. But, people, I'll play spades. I tear anybody up. I will tear anybody
don't know how to
up.
play. You get your ass whooped young or old. Don't get caught up there reneging. But what else did we have? We had the 13 lows coming. I don't know. Both of y'all are amped about the 13 lows. The Brave Blue.
I think I'm the only one. I think I think Dabs is kind of like, yeah, but they're probably gonna be a lot of pairs, so I'm gonna pay the margins and I'm gonna lay in the cut. I'm going in. I'm shooting my shot. I got tickets. I backed up a little bit. I couldn't make it around to all the places, but I got a couple places that I know that are doing first come first serve. So if I got to go do that, then I'll get my nap so that I can get up early and handle my business. Put on my prehistoric 12s. And take my walker on out to the first come first serve, and maybe they'll escort me to the front of the line because they'll feel sorry. But and it gives the shoes to my grandbabies.
Hey, play it up, man. I bet you if you do that on release day in line, they'll let you skip.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have to go out there and take some baby powder and put it on my hair, on my jacket. So when I touch myself, I'm so old, I'm dusty.
Hit them with the Bengay just behind the ear, so they smell it when you come up.
Yep. They will want to get me out of the line.
And you got to get some what are those shoes? Rockports. Got to show up with the Rockports on.
Either that or it's some New Balance shoes that the people wear that's supposed to be comfortable, or they must be the cheapest things in the world. And then the
New Balance or Skechers.
No. It looks like what's the Nike shoe that's the grandpa shoe that everybody clowns?
The Monarch.
Okay, so it looks like a Monarch, but it really has a thin end on it. I don't know what the number is, but I see a lot of the older mall walkers that that's not rocking no heat. They in the mall with either those New Balance or something like that on. But anyway,
right.
Anything else we're looking for? Actually, now that I saw the Converse, I'm really interested in trying to see if I can score a pair of those. I like to try to get them instead of having to order them online. I really want to try to find out if there's any place that I can cop them, get them in hand.
Your local Journeys will have them. Like they always seem to get the Chucks. So Journeys will probably already get those. And
or maybe PacSun.
PacSun, yeah, they'll probably get them because they still. I mean, all day you can get shell toes and Converse all day. This isn't on the outline, but everybody's talking about it in the chat. They mentioned a couple times the satin ones. What are y'all thoughts about the satin ones and that release strategy? Dabs, you've been kind of quiet tonight. What you think about those, bro?
I mean, when it comes to releases like that, I mean, it's in the same vein as the Cause 4s, as the Atmos pack. It's all the same. It's the same bullcrap strategy to where pretty much just kind of put it out of existence. For me, due to the fact that I just know it's just not going to happen. So it's no reason to get worked up for me. I'm gonna try to swing on stuff that I can actually attain instead of trying to get too crazy of a mindset on stuff that I know that's just not going to happen.
There was a YouTuber that did a video of them standing in line for the satins and the ordeal that happened with those. And somebody walked out with 3 pair. I guess they didn't have a buy restriction, like you get what you wanted. He walked out with 3 pair, sold a pair on the spot in line. It had to be $1,000. The shoe retail $175. The dude had, because he's peeling racks. Like I was like, what is? He's still going? He had to sell them for $1,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. What did you think about those, OG?
Okay, so I'm getting ready to show my age. I'm not wearing no fucking satin shoes.
bro. That's
I'm
not
doing
age. That's
I'm
smart.
I can't. I'm no disrespect. If you like them, do you? Really, real talk now. Do you? Me, you catch me in some satin shoes and I'm dead. Like somebody clowning me in the casket. Ooh, let's put these shoes on OG because we know he hated them. No.
Dude, so I think we all remember starter jackets, the satin starter jackets.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were one of the people who had the jackets and were in school and you had a backpack that had Velcro on it, getting a run in your starter jacket was murder.
Yeah.
It was murder. I can't imagine why you would want that on your foot, because you kick stuff all day and scuff them all day. If you tear your, hey man, look, I'm with you, OG. I'm just gonna put it that way before we can move on with the show. I'm not wearing those satin ass shoes, bro. I'm not.
So somebody in the chat called you out. They know who you talking about. You know, we try not to, do the name game here. And
it always sounds like hating. You know what I'm saying? You mention the name and they automatically think you hating. So I'm like, nah, it's definitely not hate. I saw the video. There are things in that video that I hated, but it's not the video person or nothing like that. I just thought the video was interesting.
Yeah, like seriously, I have daughters. So King of Foams made a reference to ballerina shoes. To me, those are them shoes like when they was little kids and we were taking them to ballet class. Those are satin shoes.
Or call them heels.
Or like, I don't know if Jamie White is still in there or any other ladies. But it's ladies in my office or like even my wife and some of her friends. They got them shoes that roll up in your purse, and when you out and you don't had your heels on and your shit get tired and you need that's a satin shoe. No. Well,
let's be honest here, OG. The only reason we're hating on those is because we didn't get them.
Nah, bro.
That's why we hate.
Bro, let me tell you, if I was in that line, I would have been like that dude as soon as I was walking out the door. Who want them?
Yeah,
this the number. Yeah. That's the only reason I'm buying. Please, no. No,
I got a quick question for you guys because with the satins, I know I wouldn't wear them anyway. Just due to the resale value or whatever. What shoe have you guys unds'd? And in the chat, you can answer the question too. What shoe did you unds that had the most value, resale value?
Ooh, good question. Can I speak in the future?
Nah, today.
Shit, I don't know. I don't know because there's a lot of shoes that I've gone to wear that probably had some nice resale value. My breads I bought used, so I guess I can't say that had. I unds'd it. I unds'd it myself, but it wasn't new when I got them. I don't know. That's a good question. I have to think about that one. Maybe
Dornbecker 7s for me. I think that's probably.
That's the ones that you wore at SneakerCon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the chat, they're saying Cadillac Jackson said the Just Don 2s, 77 Caboose, the black OVO 10s, Chatty Pal, the black Cement 3s, Yeezy 750s for Buckeye City Soul, Yeezy Belugas for Polos and J's, Dornbecker 7 PSNY 12s, and Yeezys for the one-legged Lister. And then TJ Glado said the Mirror Foams. So that's really interesting because I can't even hurt. Like, I think the one with the most resale value that I rocked was probably, and it's terrible, but it's probably the what's the black and red 12s that came out.
Flu Games.
The Flu Game 12s. That's probably the only, and is that sad or is that?
But that's you, bro.
What do you think?
You Captain Discount. I mean, you Captain Value. So there's certain things. I mean, you have a very selective, and maybe people in the chat that listen, because we talk so much, obviously we know a little bit more, but it's like you have very specific things about like the number of colors, a light pair, a dark pair, move on to the next thing. And so to me, that doesn't necessarily surprise me that that would be limited for you. The only other that I would mention, is, and the other part is, if you get something that has that high of a value, you straight flipping. You're not even necessarily thinking about wearing it.
Well, not every time. Sometimes I'll double up and flip one and keep one. You know what I mean? But everything I get with value isn't just, flip. You know what I mean? So it still does play in the back of my head that as soon as I slap my foot in there, that the shoe literally does lose value though. So that kind of plays with me when, wearing particular shoes. Like the Space Jams, but I want to wear my Space Jams, but I know it's going to lose value as soon as I slap my feet in them.
But if you bought it to wear it, then why does it matter?
It just plays with me. That's it's just one. It's a fact that shoes lose value, and I hate the fact that knowing that just because I slap my foot in there, the value is going to be lost.
Yeah, I guess for me, just on that point, I look at it that hopefully, if you're getting your shoes at retail, some of the value that you're losing is that up part of the price for the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can have a shoe, if I can buy a shoe, wear it, have it for whatever period of time, and then turn around and sell it for the same thing that I bought it for, that's a big win. I mean, that means I got to use it for free.
Yeah.
I know I might not reap the extra if it was DS, but I had it and rocked it, for whatever period of time. Hell, if I get 50% or 75% out of it, if it's something I really wore, that's a big win for me. That was one of the, discussions that, my wife and I, had about all of this. It's like, you don't understand that if I just wake up and we say, you know what, we're downsizing, we're going to do this, whatever, and you got to make that number smaller, I'm going to get back a good little bit of what I put in.
Right.
Yeah.
And for some stuff that I've enjoyed wearing a lot. And, there's not a whole lot of things that are, tangible things that you can purchase that do that, especially things that you wear.
Yeah, I was looking at, Dabs, you read it off, and I'm looking at the chat and the heat that people are talking about. I probably wouldn't be in the real expensive market because I already set that limit going out. Like when I go to the store, I'm 220, 250 would be the highest. Then I'm just like, I'm not doing it. So a lot of my stuff is going to be GRs, and I'm cool with that. That is just not going to have a lot of resale value because I'm not paying the up. I don't mind trading shoes and buying stuff like that too. So I don't necessarily have the value effect that OG does or that you do, Dabs, and that's just how it is. I don't have a lot of stuff like that. I do have some shoes that were expensive that I worn, like the LeBrons. I wear those, and that's almost become a show shoe. When I'm doing a show and I'm selling shirts, that's the shoe I wear, and people are like, oh, that's a great looking shoe, and it brings people to the table. It's a conversation starter. But I didn't pay the $250 for that shoe when it came out. I got that at the outlet. That was one of our first outlet finds. I think I paid $150 for it.
Right. Sneakerheads clothing line. You are crazy. He says, I don't rock anything until I have a second pair. Call me crazy. That's just me.
Bro, you crazy.
Everything is worth having two pair of them. But yeah, you got it like that. So I only wish you were an 11 and a half.
Yeah, right. Now that I'm thinking about that, you do wear 13, and some of them too. You don't need two pair of wool 12s.
There you go.
You don't need two pair of them blue suede 12s. Let's talk. I thought I almost had a bargaining chip because I got the second pair of Royals, and then I just saw him put up a video of his Royals. So I'm like, can't use that.
Ooh, somebody said LeBron 8 South Beach, one-legged with the fire heat. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Don sees, and he's got frags. Lister is like way off the chart.
Yeah, because he did a video where he was talking about some of the stuff that he copped. He saved up the cop, and right. He hitting home runs. He's hitting home runs, man. Y'all got some heat in here. TJ was like, "We know you do too, Beard," and I'm like, "Nah, bro. Cold world, no Snuggie. There's no heat. I'm Captain GR over here."
Yeah, Captain GR. I'm waiting to see if Lister's going to drop that 2K for those cars, though. What you going to do, Lister? Crickets. Chirp, chirp.
He got a little lag. I'm sure he'll talk about it. But yeah, what else was popping in the chat here?
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes before we shut it down.
Yeah. Don't drink and shop. Look, he's a clown, and I'm with you on that. Captain GR, man. If I can get him, I get him. I don't hate against the people who get the exclusives and who pay the the extra. That's none of my business. I just at a certain point for me, and maybe that's the St. Louis in me. After a certain price, I don't feel like wearing the shoe because it's not comfortable.
Right.
Like it's not comfortable having that much expensive shit on. Like that's why I don't have a big ass gold. Well, there's many reasons why I don't have a big ass gold chain. One of them is because I'm not comfortable wearing something that expensive. Like that gets weird.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, let's make a quick around the horn just to see what folks got popping for the week coming. And Beard, even though you don't have your channel yet, I know we've talked about the fact that it may be coming, so don't think that you can bow out of this part of the discussion. But in the coming week, what you got going on, Sneak Mill?
Definitely got more videos coming. Looking to pick up the Paul Georges come Thursday for me and my wife. And Saturday, EYBLs looks as if it's not going to be a thing. So maybe the Brave Blues will be on the horizon. I have to take a look at them in the hand and see if I want to make that happen. But other than that, just check out the latest video I just did, Realist Sneaker Unboxing on YouTube. Controversial title, maybe not. But, I put me in that video. So I just implore you guys to check that out. And I'm trying to make a video every day this week, so that's the thing. So 2 videos will be coming tomorrow, by the way. As OG was stating before when he did his giveaway, I got something to that extent coming tomorrow. So I got 2 videos for you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna shout out somebody that's been rocking with me, and he does videos a lot, puts a content out there damn near every day, and I just want to show this guy some love. So look out for that tomorrow, and another great show.
Cool. What's up, Shoe Pop?
I'm gonna do my regular. I'm probably gonna go to Plato's Closet. Probably gonna hit the outlets and see what's out there. Before we did the show, I just picked up some shoes that hopefully will be here next week, and I can talk about those. So my pocket's a little light right now. I did happen to catch these at Plato's Closet. I never was really a fan of these. Like they were cool, and sometimes you just cop for the price. These were available for $35, and I traded in some stuff, so I got it for $10. So that was a win for me. I don't know when the hell I wear them. I am ordering some more laces from Sneakerhead's clothing line. I want to get the red with the gold tip. Those should be coming, and that'll probably set these off. But other than that, I'm not really scoping anything. Those PGs, I'll check those out when I get a chance, and that's it, man. It should be a light week. It should be a light couple months for me coming up with the new releases.
And he is succumbing. The Beard Jedi channel is coming. We're working it in the background, so I'm just going to put it out there because they speak it as if it were so. So it is coming. We know that it is coming. No more sneaker rape. It's coming. Another inside joke. But in terms of what we got going on, I'm definitely going to be dropping a vid about the bricks, the Saucony bricks and the waffles. Now that the weather's breaking in my area, you guys may have noticed if you follow the vids on the channel that I've been trying to do some different looks in different locations. There's a spot that I want to go to do the bricks and the Saucony, or the bricks and the Belgian waffles. So I'm gonna try to work on that for the coming week. Of course, if I get my hand on the Brave Blues, you're definitely gonna look out for that over the weekend. If I get the Converse too, that'd be something that I'll be looking forward to doing. Also, want to let you everybody know we'll have more information about this in the coming weeks, but we are working to be able to get some of the older episodes up on the podcast format. So that is coming, so that if you miss this episode and you don't necessarily want to go to YouTube, but you listen to podcasts while you're at work or on your way to work or whatever, you'll be able to hear us there. So it's coming. I just want to make you aware of it, and of course, once they're out there and available, we'll definitely let you know exactly where they're going to be at. Also want to shout out the 2 winners of my giveaway, the 2 gift cards. Again, Crease Kicks, congratulations, and Jacoby Wall, congratulations. Appreciate y'all showing love for G4 Vision and Kick Dreams United. And I'll let my 2 little brothers sign it out, and then I'll seal it with a kiss.
Go ahead, Brother Dabs.
All right, just like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Just check out the channel, hit the subscribe button. All three of us, you know, we're putting that pressure on Beard Jedi to go ahead and put some of this content. That's too easy, Beard Jedi. You can use your phone. You can even use smoke signals, so you can just, you know, you can do what you need to do to put these videos out, because we're going to find it. You put that smoke signal out, we're going to find it. But
Wow.
like I said, just subscribe to all of us, man, and then just check the channel tomorrow. We got more content coming.
Peer pressure. It's been a good week, man. Like that was the weekend love again. I want to say thanks to Cadillac. I want to say thanks to OG. I want to say thanks to V's Kicks. Say thanks again to Sneakerhead Clothing Line. Thank you to Dabs. Thank you to One Leg Lister for the dope videos y'all put out this week, and showing that this ain't all about I got some shoes, look at my shoes. You being able to show such a wide market who you are and a little bit more of your backstory is dope. And I don't want y'all to think that goes unnoticed. V's Kicks, watching your video of you and my old stomping grounds going to get those shoes and shipping them same day on the strength, that's love, man. Caddy, look, this is the part we didn't say. Cadillac missed his other shoe because he was going to get my shoe. That's crazy. He missed his shoe because he was going to get mine. And when I hit him up, I was like, look, I got a pair. Go get what you need to get. We can work out the money thing later. He's like, no, I got you. I'm going to still shoot your shoes to you. So he could have had 4 pair or 3 pair. He could have had 3 pair. And that's just dope. Like, this has been a great week, man, for sneakers. It's been a great week for the love, man. I appreciate y'all. And, you know, there might be a video at some point. I don't know. These cats are killing me right now. But, yeah. It's your man, Beard Jedi, a.k.a. the Black Alex P. Keaton, a.k.a. Shupak Shakur, a.k.a. the Boss Kick Ross, a.k.a. Kick Flair. Woo! We'll see you next week, man.
All right, family. Just a couple real quick shout outs. Obviously, we talked a lot about our sister show, the Monday Midsole, Polos and Jays, Buckeye City Soul, One Legged Lister, and I believe Marley Mall has now joined the family over there. But we all have to give a big shout out to African Caesar, Jumpman Bostic, Guru, and MJ and the Sneaker Girl over at the Sneaker Box Podcast, because they are the big umbrella that we all stand under, that, you know, have brought us kind of into their fold and linked us together, and we really appreciate that. Check out the Sneaker Box Podcast on Sundays at 7 o'clock, and they broadcast live on the Sneaker Bar Detroit YouTube channel. Check out the Monday Midsole on Mondays at 8 p.m. I know last week they were on Lister's channel. I don't know if it's going to be next week or next month. They're going to be moving their broadcast to a YouTube channel that is just specifically for the Monday Midsole. So definitely check them out. Like I always say, you got 3 opportunities to get dope sneaker talk. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, then you rest up the rest of the week and go make your cops, and we start all over again. But as always, you know what it is. It's your boy OG Sneakers wishing all of you total sneaker family one love. Holla, we gone.
Peace.
I can't get the button. And we're out.